Welcome to Nagaland TV. Someone lagawas. बस अजी एक बार आरो पिछे दिन पिछे ते लंबा election को तो मुआ पिछे ते अपनी हाल लो दिन ट्रैक कुरुबुले. The well-known figure, I'm हाला political figure ठगा के Therie. ताइलो दे में हन कुता कुरुबुला जी ताइलो दे ऐसे. आरो state ते कुता पिछे हन चुली ऐसे. आरो concerning कुता हन भी पिछे ऐसे. Well, development लबी हमें हन बाप ना करे. But super major questions खाना जे हमें हन हमले सामने ते आनी बोले था खाला भी आगे दे अपनी हन जानी पारबो. But it will be regarding the Naga political issue. हमें हन सब जने इतो कोते लीड करे ऐसे कोत पर स्टार्ट होइशले और इते तक की स्टेज ते ऐसे. But इतो लो बोर्ड हमें हन बुझबुले और एक ता brief knowledge लो बोले करने हन जून मिस्टर के थ्री में हन उधर थका दे ताई हमें हन क्या चीज़ की होस्ता देते ताई किंगा की ऐसे इतो लो पोर्टे ताला knowledge ले सब ते हमें हन लो बोले try करो. So without any delay I can move forward. Thank you very much sir. आपने ला होमोई करने. First moving to the Naga political issue इतो ना जाला आगे दिवी हमें हन एक ताजी अपनी लोग आहाला का reason इतो ऐसे that yesterday कली जोआ कली दे NDPP लगा 5th convention day there was a talk about Naga political issue where Rio has reaffirmed and gave assurance regarding to bring Naga political solution. So what do you have to say on that? Because it is frequent we see all the politicians or maybe political parties been talking about Naga political issue, but never it has been taking a lead to a right path. Do you have to say something, and would you like to brief on this to our people that which way we are leading actually?
I don't believe a word of NDPP's resolution. They have been talking about early solution to pave the way for early solution for the last 22 years. If a person is in power for 22 years and cannot do anything, can we be fooled anymore? And how many more generations does he require to implement? NDPP, there are few senior leaders, including the president. They should be honest to the people. They cannot continue to betray and mislead or fool the people of Nagaland anymore. We all understand what is available. We have already solutions. There are two agreed solutions, framework and agreed points. We don't need to look for another solution. We need to implement the agreed solutions. And this is the task of the state government. If they want to do anything to implement the solution or to bring about some settlement for the people, then they should press for implementation of the agreed solutions. Chasing away governor and interlocutor R.N. Ravi, who was on fast track to implement the political solution, has indicated that the state government don't want solution. And this has been endorsed by the public mandate, including Naga national workers. Are we really sincere? The people have to rethink. Are we really sincere for implementation of the agreed political solutions? Can we have another political solutions? Can the Naga national workers who were on the negotiation table and the government, when they go back to their own vomits? This is not a case. We are gentlemen. People of Nagaland, people of Naga have been honest people. We were regarded and respected by Nehru and the erstwhile Indian National Congress. That's how we got the recognition through Article 371A. I think that much of recognition was never accorded to any other state in the nation.
Sir, yesterday it was also mentioned and was addressed that the to talk is to resume with the central government, and whereas NSN IMS also agreed with the 45 minutes of meeting being held, and they have decided to go on for the another talk, and the government has also that agreed to go on with the talk. So how it will lead, as you mentioned, like are they really saying the truth? And why do you feel so? Because I would like to ask you, and I would like you to clear it up to the people, at least to the younger generation who should know about it, what is happening.
We are very clear that the Union Home Minister has not agreed to appoint new interlocutor. That means there is no more talk. And what I mean by saying that we cannot go back to our own vomit. Whatever you have signed, whatever you voted, agreed, you cannot go back. Even the Prime Minister of India, or otherwise the Naga national workers, they cannot go back from that agreement. They should stand by what they have done. Maybe a mistake, maybe good, but they should stand by that. They should not think and talk another thing which is not possible at all. When the Government of India, Union Home Minister has clearly said that flag and constitutions are not negotiable. Sovereignty and integration are not negotiable. Then what else do we have? We don't have any other option. We cannot go to the war. There's no nation who will liberate us. So negotiation being the only option. With the RSS in command, who wanted Hindutva, you can't expect something which will trade a precedence in the nation and disintegrate. I think these are simple things which we all should understand.
Why has the Rio government not been able to ensure a final solution? What do you feel so on that?
Rio government, without this, after implementing the political solution, will have no support of illegal arms. He is running the government with the support of illegal arms. Of course, he has also a corrupt money, but the other force is the illegal arms. And perhaps I don't think even the Naga national workers, their inner heart want solution. I do not believe anymore, because dividing into 26, 27 factions, for what? They're all still talking about sovereignty and integration. They have same goal, same objective, with different nomenclature factions, like religion denominations, but having faith in Jesus. People talk about unity. We're united on the solution. We're united on the implementation of solution, accepting the sitting government. If once the law, once settlement comes, everybody will have to join in that. So we will be automatically united. The question of unity as the precondition, the way NDPP is talking something impossible, giving something impossible preconditions. This is not the way we govern people.
So, as you mentioned about R.N. Ravi, who was a former interlocutor and the governor, who was at a pace of taking this, taking the Naga political issue in a pace to address it well. So he was removed and he was moved out from the state, and the hindrance which I have already seen. So do you think that the government of India will be able to, or might be the state government is able to bring someone in place of Arun Ravi. We already know A.K. Mishra is also there. But how this talk is leading, as you also said, like government might not be, agreeing to have a talk, another talk with the regarding the Naga political issue.
No, I'm repeating the same thing. When the talk is over, when the agreements are there, what is the point of appointing another interlocutor? That is what exactly Union Home Minister has said when Rio took a cabinet delegate to meet Union Home Minister requesting to appoint new interlocutor. He knew it better. From the horse mouth, he came to know that new interlocutor is not necessary. And A.K. Mishra, who is now representing the lancing officer, he said, I cannot touch the negotiation anymore. He can facilitate only to meeting, hear them. That's all. So talks are over, and we cannot break that talk, because it is they who have signed, not us. I am an outsider to that agreement. But then since they have agreed on behalf of every one of us, I have to say, stand by their agreement. I'm only saying it should be implemented.
You mean, sir, the basic question after hearing to your words and going through all the things happening around and related especially to the Naga political issue, where we have 2 points, agreed position, another one, as you all know that. So if the government is not able to address it well, as I also mentioned it earlier too, so can we accept it like that the government doesn't want to bring it to the implementation? Instead, they want to only use it into their political agendas and play a political game, which will only benefit to their parties and their people. Is it how what you mean?
Yeah, this is a simple thing people can understand in that manner. We have opposition-less government. For what? They cannot sound anything against the government of India. If they have regional identity, if there is anything that is regional in content, then they should stand up like Stalin. They should stand up like South Indians, now who have stood up against delimitation and imposition of Hindus. The oppositionless government should have stood up together and fought for the implementation of the agreed political solutions. The government of India will have no way to go. But today, they are talking here differently. They are asking appointment of new interlocutor to further to make a new start. So the intention is very clear. They should not again be allowed to fool the people. We have been fooled. The people have been fooled for the last 22 years. My intention is that people should now understand that this government is not honest. They are dishonest people. And if they want to say honestly anything, they should have said in a resolution, we have successfully delayed the implementation of political for the last so many decades.
They should admit their failure.
They should admit their failure. Or otherwise they should take it as an achievement for having delayed the election.
So if not the political parties, especially we should address this thing and also speak about it. Living about the government, there is another government we have in our state who is fighting for the rights, and every time we have been seeing the different political, the meetings been held between the government of India and which is our Naga political parties. So how they should come up? As there is no unity. Obviously, there are factions of turning every year or after 2-3 years that we get another faction in the state. which creates problem. So how the top leadership, if we talk about NSNIM, so take it regarding, we have also one of the most senior most leader in NSNIM is Team Weaver, how they should address this thing.
My understanding is only about 6 or 7 factions are under ceasefire. The rest of the factions are illegal. It is the duty of the state government and government of India to control. But they are not doing their job. And government of India is happy with the divisions. I remember when the one team wanted to have a difference, Arun Ravi has said within 72 hours you have your own organization or will take necessary action. So he formed a new faction. So now others, whoever formed the new faction, government of India is happy because we are divided, we are weakened. So they don't take action. And the state government is not under control. They are under the control of some super people. Now, I don't know the condition of Moiva, but he also has lost control. Because if there is any respect, if there is a control, then people should be with him. But his cadres are spread everywhere. Even that way here, an ancient K and other group which are split it into several groups. They also lack leadership now. They are not in control. So in Nagaland, nobody is in control, including Chief Minister. This is the state. Oh, it's a very sad, and I think one of the weakest government we are in. So there is no control at all. There is no fear. Anybody can issue letter, administrative order, and then government will remain helpless. And what the government will do is that you try to negotiate, try to compromise for your future security, because we cannot be always with you. This is the government's we have.
Talking about the Rio government had several terms. He was in a, I think he is the highest one now in the state who had a terms in a government. So likewise, how his leadership, I want to question again, how his leadership has hindered the Naga political issue. It is also could be because of they're not willing to implement the agreed position, which you have already addressed. But what could be the reason again? So why they are not doing it, if why always they are using this Naga political issue as a political game and political agenda?
You see, quality of leadership is very different. Because he has money, commission, percentage money, so all MLAs, people are with him. Otherwise, because of his command, because of his strength, his power, people are not with him. And he actually, the NDPP is a parasite of BJP. They don't have their own original root. Without BJP, if BJP moves away from Delhi any day, that day itself the NDPP will be buried, because it doesn't have any root. And without BJP, he cannot stand. If he leaves away BJP, he may be living in jail. Amit Shah has already pulled a string, hooked him with 4 or 5 strings. So also many other ministers will have that difficulty. And this is why there is no power, there is no strength, there is no control, nothing. Factions as many as faction, as many as societies, association can collect money. Dimapur, I think over 100 unions, associations, factions are collecting money. And our people have become so weak because government is not protecting. They are cooperating with the collections for survival. I cannot blame the people because they don't have protection. The security to property and life is not there anymore. So I say, because of this reason, this government has become the weakest. And the MLAs, they have become voiceless because they have so many debt in the election dues. They are afraid of next election. They want money from Mr. Rio to fight the election. I think money is the reason they are with him. I don't think for any political reason or any other thing they are with him. They're all intellectual people, intelligent people. They know where the government is moving, where Rio is moving. Whatever they bring to him, Rio will say, okay, let us see, wait. This is going on for the last 22 years, and it'll end up in that manner.
So going out of the topic, and if we talk about, as we are discussing with you, the people might also think, if given an opportunity to you again, and you have been one of the senior most leader for the Congress in the Nagaland state, and you had that position in NPCC. So what if you've given the chance instead of, how would the Therie leading this political issue? This will be the thing. What might our viewers might be thinking now.
My character, my outlook, and also mine, I have no hiding. But of course, justice, equality, it'll be blind for everybody. And the law of the land, everybody has to follow. And I think there will be no compromise. We have never heard in our time about percentage, commission. And MLAs, ministers, parliamentary secretaries, advisors demanding straight away 20%, 30%. Chief ministers, percentage is different. Bureaucrats, percentage is different. This is happening. And therefore, my friend Mr. Rio himself is indulged. That's why he cannot control. He cannot point anybody. So this is the situation. And I don't think he will be able to ever control or change himself. Now the resolution, when I look, I feel very sad because it's total betrayal. I cannot trust a word that it is going to be implemented.
So I think we'll end up with this. But before that, the last question, as you already might have gone with the thing. As we feel we should ask you now, because you are one of the senior most, which we have been addressing frequently now to the people, that recently we have witnessed one case of Dimapur District Hospital where a nurse was assaulted. Yeah, Dimapur District Hospital, where the nurse was assaulted on the night, on broad daylight, on 4th of February. So now, still now, we have the people and the ho-hos, the tribal ho-hos, the union, they have asked for the revelation of the name of the accused, and the befitting punishment should be given. And still now, we didn't have any, disclosure on the thing, that who was involved and why it happened actually in there. So do you like to say, and would you like to address a few things on that?
Well, the law is there. Is such a criminal-minded person, moral-less person should be, all should condemn, and should be dismissed from the work and then kept in the jail, so that in future people, it doesn't repeat. We cannot allow this type of characters to live among our society in open. It's dangerous. And also, it will create precedents. So, I feel I think government will take appropriate action on this, but to me, they should strongly act on it.
Thank you very much, sir, and for your brief advice on the issue which I have. After hearing those things, and we have turned up to you and asking for your time. So, here's what we have discussed today. It was solely regarding the Naga political issue, how it is been leading and how it is going on. Because yesterday, during the fifth convocation of the NDPP in the Kohima, they have mentioned again about the Naga political issue, where the Chief Minister Rio reaffirmed about the solution for Naga political issue. But do we really think that it is going in a right way? How many years it has been that we are going for different talks, only mentioning about the Naga political issue and the solution. But where else we have two agreed positions, that is framework agreement and agreed position, but the implementation is not yet done. So what is the thing that is stopping the government to implement it? And the thing which we are demanding, the people are demanding for the Naga political issue, the solution which we say, where is it? Do the government really want to give a solution to the people, or they are playing a political game, taking the chance of the Naga political issue? We'll see and how the another talk goes on, and Nagaland TV will always bring you the news related to the Naga political issue. And this was today with Mr. Therie. This is the reporter Musarraf Ali with the very journalist Bendang Jamir.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.